Alright. Hey, so I'm Jenna, and you guys kept asking for a question and answer video, so I'm doing one since I haven't done one since like last fall, last summer, or something like that. So it's been a long time. Again, I'm Jenna, also known as bloodstainedrazors, or Jenna Z. Louise. So, to my ask box we go. Alright. Give me a second while I scroll down so I can get down to the first question, because I'm going to answer these in order. My first one is, what's my Snapchat? And, like, all my usernames on the internet, it's Jenna Z. Louise. Like, Jenna Z. Louise. Fairly common. Also, on my blog, if you go under all other links, and then you go under to ways to contact me, I have links to any website or other like things, so you can find them and talk to me there. That's an option. Why must you be so perfect? Perfection is non-existent, I'm afraid, but thank you for the compliment, but I really can't answer that since there's no such thing as perfection. Unless you're talking about Thomas. Alright, when was my first Dorito experience? I don't know when my first Dorito experience was. I was probably too young to remember. When was my last? My last one was yesterday, when I was eating Doritos, I do believe. Are there currently Doritos in my house? Yes, because I didn't finish them yesterday, because I was too full to finish eating them. My favorite kind of Doritos. You're probably going to get really upset with me, to the person who asked this, but Cool Ranch. And also the person who asked me this is Australian, and apparently they don't have Cool Ranch in Australia. Or at least he doesn't. I don't know. Matt, I love your Dorito questions, by the way. Just shout out right there. Taylor asked me, will I have her babies? Of course, Taylor. You're goddamn fucking sexy. Come here. Or maybe when I go down south, I'll come and see you. Tell us about the sex. I'm assuming this question was sent, because they told me to put it in the video. I'm assuming this question was sent when Thomas and I were, telling y'all that we were getting it on. But you guys are just really gullible, and I have never met him still. So, I can tell you what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be fucking amazing. But, it's non-existent at the moment. Am I bi? No. I'm absolutely not bi. I'm a heteroromantic homosexual. And I'm gonna explain this for you guys, because everyone always seems to get extremely confused whenever I talk about it. And it's not really that difficult. See, people seem to think that your sexuality, here we go, sorry, I can't speak, means that what you are physically attracted to means what you are romantically attracted to, which is not the case here. Romantically, I am straight. Romantically, I like guys. I fall for guys. But sexually, I am attracted to the woman's body. Hence, heteroromantic. Hetero meaning opposite, so opposite sex for the romance. And homosexual, opposite sexual. Got it? I hope you all understand this. And no, that does not mean I'm bi. Bi is short for bisexual. I'm not attracted to the male body, so it's not bi. Please get that through your head. Do I worship Satan? Well, I must confess, I'm Satan's daughter. When are you going to see Thomas? When he lets me. For my videos, do I like cats? Please say yes. No, I don't like cats. I fucking love them. I have one cat, though, and she hates me, so I guess that sucks for me, but Oh well. Is there really anything better than Doritos? No, Matt, there is not anything better than Doritos. Doritos are life. Because Doritos. There's really no other way to explain it. Doritos! For your video, what would you want to do most if you could visit your whole Tiny Chat family? Oh my god, if I could visit my whole Tiny Chat family, I would first bawl my eyes out and hug everyone, because these people, I mean, it's called Tiny Chat Family for a reason. They're my family. I spend most of my time with these people. They are my entire life. So if I could, like, see them all, I would just want to just hug them and hang out with them and just take in that I'm physically with them. Because over the internet, you can be really, really, really great, amazing friends with someone, and I'm sure all of you have no doubt that's true. But there's something different about being physically with that person, and I would just love to just be in their presence, how they hold themselves, how they actually sound in person, because everyone sounds different over video, and just hug them and love them, and I don't even know. It'd be so amazing. How would you describe the Tiny Chat members? I'm assuming you mean, like, individually? So I can just go down the list. Hold on, I'm bringing up the Tiny Chat family blog so I can just make sure I don't miss anyone, because I've got everyone listed there. Okay. So just gonna go down the list. Amy. Amy isn't in Tiny Chat much anymore, but that girl's my whiskey girl. She's been someone that I've followed since I first made my blog, pretty much, and that girl, she is my whiskey and cheese obsessed Canadian, and she is hilarious, and she's just great. Then there's Saskia. Saskia is my wife. She's my Carcadian wife. And that girl, she's got the sweetest little voice in the world. Like, I just want to bottle up her voice and save it forever because it's so adorable. And I think she's the only one that's, like, shorter than me. So I gotta love her for that because I'm pretty freaking damn short. Holla to the shorties. But Saskia she's crazy and she's so nice, and I wish her the best of luck in life because I always see her struggling so much, and I wish I could be there in person and help her out more. Okay, going down the list again, there's Emma. Emma is my boo. She's from Australia, and she's like a little sister to me, and I wish I was her big sister, and I lived in Australia with her so I could be like her amazing big sister and keep her away from all her demons, because I hate that she feels so badly about herself, but that girl's freaking amazing. I mean, I sent a package all the way to Australia from her, and she sent me amazing Australian food, so how much better of a friend can you get there? And I have Brenton. He's also an Australian, and he's my Brent. He's pretty awesome. He plays amazing songs on the guitar for me, and his accent's amazing, and he pouts and gets really stubborn, which is pretty adorable. And also he does this thing where he bites his guitar pick in a very attractive manner, and it drives me insane because guitarists. But Brent, he's super hilarious, and he's always super nice because he's always asking about other people before himself, and I love that in a person if they can put others before them. And we have M. Lou, and M. Lou she's just a cutie. She is always so random, and she's always like, oh, I have to do work, and oh, I have to do this, and she's super cute because she has us pick out her outfits and stuff for her, and that's amazing because I love giving fashion advice, so. And I help her with Spanish because I can speak it. Then we get to Paul, and Jesus, that boy, he is something special. He's from Dutchland. Yes, Dutchland, the Netherlands, if you guys don't understand that. And this kid, I don't even know, he's quirky and weird, and he talks about sexual things with me because I talk about sexual things constantly, if you guys hadn't noticed. So that's pretty awesome, and he makes amazing mixes. and he's super talented with, like, doing computer stuff, so that's flippin' amazing. Like, I don't know, like, he's pretty awesome. I would definitely love to meet Paul and just chill with him for the day. And then we have Jeffrey. He's also from the Netherlands, and Jeffrey is the sweetest boy in the world. This kid and I ship him and Tinker. If you don't know, Tinker is his dog. I ship them. I'm totally probably doing a terrible job at describing Tiny Chat members, so I'm sorry, but Jeffrey's awesome. He's my little druggie, and he's bald, and he's awesome, and he looks super amazing in glasses, and his dog is super cute. And I love how he falls asleep on Tiny Chat most of the times, because that's super cool. And, Megan, my Meg. This girl, she's my little hoe. She's my lesbian hoe. I don't even know what she's doing half the time, and she's just like, fuck the world, Michigan's awesome, and I love her because she says pop instead of soda, or fizzy drink, or whatever the hell other people call it, because here in the Midwest, in Minnesota, we call it pop, and she calls it pop too, so holla to the Midwesterners. And there's Luke. Luke is one of my best friends. He's one of 3 people I would call my best friend. Okay, well, technically 4, but Thomas is other than that, but he's like my bro, and he's super amazing, and I've gotten to meet him in person, which was the most amazing thing in the world, because he's probably my favorite follower I've ever met in person, and it was super fabulous, and I cuddled him, and he is such a hick, and he's so different from me that I don't even know how we're best friends, but we are. And he calls me on the phone all the time, and we have great conversations on the phone. And I go on the phone with him when he's driving, because he's like my driving buddy, so holla to that. Erin, she's in Tiny Chat, not that often anymore, but she is my Tiny Chat girlfriend. She's sex. She is sexy as fuck. And if she's watching this, she's probably not into hell yeah, I'm sexy. And this girl, she lives in, like, all the way on the East Coast. Yeah, East Coast, and she's pretty awesome, and she has a boyfriend now, so she doesn't talk to me much anymore, that little hoe. But I love her, and she used to come in my Tiny Chats way a long time ago, and would stalk the fuck out of me and wait for me, and she used to be super afraid to come on cam. And now she isn't, and she has the softest voice in the world, which is super cute. It's just like, meow. And her accent's pretty adorable, even though I don't think she thinks she has one. Then there's Liz, and Liz is my cat. I don't really talk to her much anymore, which is kind of sad, but she's my Canadian cat, and she's super cute, and she always draws, like, whiskers on her face, and I'm just like, I wanna hug you! Because, like, how cute are cats? Basically. And we have Xavier and Tiny Chat family too, and Xavier is the crazy cousin that is always off on random, like, wild goose chases or something like that, and then randomly shows up, and he's freaking hilarious as fuck. Like, this kid, I would love to hang out with him, because he can make me laugh, like, no matter what. I can always count on him to make me laugh and smile. And I love his insanity and his randomness and how hyper he is. And he's always just like, be happy! And that's super amazing, because everyone needs that friend that's just like, be happy, be happy, be happy! And lastly, we have Rena. And Rena is so adorable, and I love her pink hair, and she's super cute. And, oh, she's just beautiful. Like, I can't even express how pretty she is. I'm insanely jealous of her for that, and she is just awesome, and it's super cute how sometimes she gets words wrong, just like me, because she doesn't speak English as her first language, so I think I can maybe speak it probably a little more fluently here since I'm actually in America, but yeah. So that's everyone in Tiny Chat family that I described, I'm pretty sure. So back to my ask box here. What's your favorite positive trait you have? I'm not gonna do the whole positive thing about yourself, but I do like that I know I can help people, and I know that I've saved people's lives, and that I'm a good listener, and that I know I'm good at therapy talk, I guess, however, therapeutic speaking, if need be. So I like that about myself. Alright, scrolling up. Where do you think you would be without Doritos? Skinny. Shout out to Matt for asking me all the Dorito questions, because Matt's pretty awesome. He has really amazing hair, too, just needed to add that in. What do I want to do with the rest of my life? Idealistically, I would like to be a therapist, but you have to go to a lot... Oh, excuse me. You have to do a lot of schooling for that, so I really don't know if I'm gonna go through all that schooling to be a therapist. But, I would like to advocate for mental health and stuff like that, because I know what it's like to go through it, and I feel like I'm good at helping people. I feel like that's one thing I know I'm good at. So I would like to do something like that with my life. Just go out and help people. For your video, describe Thomas. Okay, well this video is already like over 15 minutes long, and I can't make this too long, or else no one's going to be able to watch it. But Thomas is perfection. Honestly, that's the only word that can really sum it up. I mean, I can go on a rant, or a tangent, it wouldn't be a rant, it would just be off on a tangent for probably like an hour and a half, and still not say everything I want to say about him, because that was amazing. Like, I just love him. He is my best friend in the world and more, and that boy he means so incredibly much to me. I would do anything to see him. Like, I would drop everything in the world if I could spend just an hour with him. And when I go to see him, I know I'm gonna bawl my eyes out, because he is my reason I'm strong. I can honestly say he is why I'm where I am today, and I can honestly say if I had never met him, I truly believe I would not be alive to this day. That's how much this boy means to me, and how much he's been there for me. He's been there for me at my lowest points of my life, and he stuck there by my side through it all and never left. He's literally seen me at my worst. When I go through my psychotic breaks, he was on camera with me, and he stayed there and played music and calmed me down, and never left, and didn't go to sleep until he knew I'd gotten through my psychotic break and I was fast asleep and safe. That's how great of a person he is. Like, I do not know anyone else in the entire world that would have done that for me. Like, this boy, I'm losing my thoughts right now, because I can't think straight when I try to speak about him, because he makes me go, ugh. And this is super embarrassing, because he's probably gonna watch this and be like, Jenna, I love you, and I'm gonna be like, no, I'm super awkward, and basically, I love him. Truth be told, I'm in love with this kid. I don't think it's any secret. I think everyone can see that. And I'm really glad this is in black and white, because I'm blushing like crazy. I can feel the heat in my face from blushing so much while talking about him right now. So, I don't know. I can't describe him. I can't. There's not the right words. There's not amazing enough words to describe him. There really aren't. He's my teddy bear. He's my baby. I adore him. Okay, next question. Because I have to move on now. Would you rather have no fingernails and teeth, or backwards knees and elbows? That's a really creative question, actually, so thank you for asking that. I think I would rather have backwards knees and elbows because I really like my nails. I paint them a lot, and I like my teeth. I like my smile. It's one of the few things I do like physically about myself. So I would be very upset if I didn't have any teeth because I like them. So that's my answer to that question. Why did you cut again on April 12th? I've been thinking about this question for a while before I started answering this, and I don't remember. I don't think I had a specific reason. I think I just kind of broke. A lot of the times when struggling with cutting, there aren't specific reasons, and I think I felt like I needed it. I'm addicted to it, and even if I go certain times and lengths and periods without it, I still crave it. And I probably just gave in to that craving and that urge. And it's terrible to say, because I feel horrible when I cut, because I want to stay strong for all my little fighters, and I want to set a good example, and I feel like I let all of you down whenever I do harm myself in any way. But like I tell all of you, with every addiction, there's always a chance of relapsing, and relapsing is just part of recovery. You can't always be strong. We all have our weak points, and I had a weak point and I got through it, and I haven't cut since then, so that's amazing. And you can check all my other counters on other things that I haven't done if you click the progress on my page, and all of them link to a counter that counts up from when I last did anything. So I would like to say that I am doing well. Hold on. Yeah, Mom?
Can you come take care of the monster dog maybe? Chicken nugget and fries?
Yeah, I will in just a minute. I'm recording a question and answer video, so you're in the video now. Sorry about that. I am almost done here. This is almost 25 minutes long. Jeez, I feel like Thomas, because time just goes by when you're talking. If you could have a certain amount of cats, how many cats would you have, and what would you name them? Well, basically I'm the crazy cat lady in training, and my goal in life is to be the youngest crazy cat lady, and I feel like I'm already pretty much there. And when I got a bunch, I don't know how many I would have, but I would name them in alphabetical order, so however many I would have, they would just go down the list of alphabetical, so I would have to think of names that way. Whew, I'm sorry, I'm not even tired, I don't know why I'm yawning. But I do have a cat, her name's Lacey, L-A-C-Y, but she thinks she's a dog and she doesn't like to cuddle, so that's that. What is your favorite kind of maple syrup? The Canadian kind. Is that an answer? That's a correct, right? Now scrolling through to see if I missed any. Oh, I missed this one. Describe your best friends. Okay, well, I have 4 best friends. And my first best friend is the one who lives here, and her name is Emily. And Emily is flippin' amazing. I've known her since 7th grade, and she is the only person that I've known around here that stuck by my side through all that I've been through. She knew me when I was perfectly mentally stable, and she was there for me when I was sexually abused. She was there for me when I was in an abusive relationship and I didn't know it. She was there when I got out of it. She's been there for my heartbreak. She's been there for all my other friends leaving me. She was there when I was as depressed as possible and tried to push her away. And I pushed away so many friends that I regret to this day. And she just shut her mouth, didn't talk to me for a couple weeks, and then would text me again and be like, hey, how are you? She did not let me push her away, no matter how upset I got with her about trying to isolate. She was there. She was there for all my hospitalizations. And she's never judged me once for it. So, what more could I ask for a best friend? She's amazing, and that's why I'm going to prom with her this year, because I love that girl, basically. And then my next best friend would be Bettina. I'm just going in chronological order, by the way. Bettina, and I've known her. She was my first friend on Tumblr, and I thought that she'd had her Tumblr for a super long time, and she thought I had mine for a super long time, but we actually made them really close to each other. And she lives across the world, and I don't get to talk to her as often as I would like because of that. But this girl, she's my baby girl. She is beautiful and gorgeous, and she is one of the strongest people in the world that I know. She goes through so much every day, and she's still here, despite that all she goes through, and I look up to her for that. I wish I was as strong as her, because I feel like I'm weak and that I let her down for all the stuff that I do, because I know she goes through so much more, and she's been amazing because she listens to my silly, petty little girl problems about boys and about girls and this and that, while she struggles so much in the hospital. But on my bucket list is to definitely meet this girl and give her the biggest hug in the entire world that I probably squeeze all the breath out of her. And that's Bettina. And, by the way, all the links and stuff I will put in down below. I will put any URLs needed and stuff like that. Or you can ask me in Tumblr for URLs of people that I'm talking to, by the way. Then there is Thomas. And I've known Thomas for just over a year. And this kid, he's more than my best friend, obviously, so I'm not, and I already talked about him, so I'm not going to go super into detail, but he's definitely one of my best friends, and he's been there through thick and thin with me, too, so that's amazing. I couldn't ask for a better guy in my life. I'm honestly the luckiest girl that he calls me his best friend as well. And then lastly, I come up to Luke, and I already did describe him, too, and I've known Luke since this past summer, and then I met him, and I'm seeing him this summer again, hopefully this weekend even. And Luke is amazing. He is, I don't know how to describe him. He's awesome. He's hilarious, and he's funny, but he understands, and he's down to earth. And he's got these strange little antics and these crazy tangents that he goes on, and he has the funniest stories in the world to tell me. He's just like my bro, like, he's awesome. And so those are my 4 best friends, plus best friend who's more, I don't know, we don't even have a label, I'm just going to leave it at that. And then I was also asked what people on Tumblr I look up to for inspiration. Like I said, I would definitely look up to Thomas, the Upset Band-Aid, because he is my motivation for everything, to recover and to be happy and to get better, so he's definitely an inspiration to me. And then there's Shelby. I think her URL right now is Sex, Love, and Pizza. Maybe it was Sex, Love, and Food for a while, maybe it's Sex, Love, and Pizza. Again, I'll put it down below. And she inspires me because she's been through a lot, and I followed her blog for the longest time, and I try to keep up with her personal life, and she's so strong, and I see her struggling with trying to recover from depression and self-harm, and just seeing someone struggle the way I do, and the way she goes through life, she's really inspiring to me, and I do look up to her for that. And then there's, Anne, I don't know how you would say it in Germany, Anne or Anne, sadistic monster, and I followed her for a very long time, and she's followed me for a very long time, and our blogs are married, basically. And I look up to her because I've seen her go through thick and thin and struggle and go through a lot, and if anyone's followed her, I'm sure you can understand what she's gone through, because she's gone through a hell of a lot in the past 2.5, 3 years since I've, followed her. And the fact that she's still here after attempts and everything, and after being fake and all the hate that she's gotten and coming out about a bunch of things, I look up to her for inspiration because she is a very strong person, and I don't know if she can see that in herself, but I definitely look up to her for inspiration. And I think those three people are the three people I probably look up to most. Thomas, Skylar, and On. Just because they've been through so much and the way they handle things. So, that's it. I'm just going to refresh my box one more time to see if I got anything while I've been recording, in which I haven't, and I'm terribly sorry this video is a half an hour long, but here's my question and answer video. If you guys want me to do more of these, let me know on Tumblr, let me know on my YouTube channel, or let me know on my Facebook like page, which I'll put a link below, and also on my page, there's Facebook like page right up on top, linked there, so if you ever need to get a hold of me, just contact me in those places, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Bye, stay strong, little fighters. I love you all. Mwah.